In my last life, my husband chose to be matched with my best friend, but she rejected him to go with the university's top handsome guy who she thought was rich, so my husband settled for me. Then he cheated with my scheming best friend years later, and because I chose to divorce him, their scandal was exposed. He lost everything. My best friend also lost her acting career and was dragged by the whole internet. They came to ask me for money to pay for my best friend's breach of contract, and when I refused, I was pushed to my death. When I opened my eyes, I was sitting at a round table, familiar faces all around me. For a second, I thought death had a sense of humor. The hotel hall was washed in warm golden light. White ribbons hung from the ceiling. Someone was laughing near the drinks table. A banner from our university's one-year alumni gathering was pinned high behind the stage, the same ugly shade of burgundy I had mocked in my head the first time I came here. The same round table, the same cheap floral centerpiece, the same soft instrumental music in the background, and beside me sat Gloria, alive, beautiful, scheming. My fingers tightened around the stem of my juice glass. I knew this place. I knew this moment. This was the night everything had started, the matchmaking game. A stupid reunion gimmick our former class president had come up with because two of the most handsome young men in our department had shown up in tailored suits and caused half the girls in the hall to forget how to breathe. James Hart, Alex Rowan. In my last life, this had been the night I had blushed so hard my cheeks hurt. The night I had thought fate had finally looked my way. The night I had believed that perhaps my years of quietly loving James from afar might amount to something. Instead, it became the starting line of a disaster that ended with blood on my sitting room floor and my little boy crying in the next room while I could no longer move. Lily, Gloria's voice broke through my thoughts. I looked up. She was watching me with wide, innocent eyes, the exact expression she had used all through university whenever she wanted something from me and wanted the world to think she was too pure to ask. "You look pale," she said softly. "Are you okay?" If I hadn't seen her kneeling on my carpet in my past life, clutching my hand and pretending to beg while waiting for James to snap, maybe I would have believed her concern. If I hadn't seen the way she watched me bleed, then looked away so she could admire the jewelry James was stuffing into his pockets, maybe her face would still have worked on me. But death had a way of washing affection clean off old memories. I smiled. "I'm fine, just amused." Her brows lifted. "Amused?" "Yes," I said. She didn't understand me. She wouldn't, not yet. At the head of the table, our class president clinked a spoon against his glass and called for attention. "Everyone settle down. Since we're finally all here, let's start the fun part." A chorus of cheers and teasing whistles rose around the room. The fun part, that was what they had called it, a public game. Two handsome bachelors, two women in our department with the highest votes from old classmates, one playful question: if the chance were given, who would you like to date and eventually marry? Back then, everyone thought it was harmless. I had thought so too. Now I knew better than anyone that lives could turn on ridiculous little moments dressed up as jokes. "Let's start with James," the class president announced. The room erupted immediately. James adjusted his posture, still exactly as I remembered him.